Hey everybody, I just got back from House of Tropicals. I got some fish. We're going to have a quick look at them. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to go straight into the pond or not. I might put them in quarantine. I'm going to have a little bit of a closer look at them before I make my final decision. So we're not going to probably see them in the tank in this video. But I got some catfish for the pond. And I got some schooling tetras for my 40 breeder over there. So let us first have a look at bag number 1. And bag number 1 is my schooling tetras. So let's make our way over here. And we'll just get them plopped in for now. These are bleeding heart tetras. They were a little bit pricey, but I've never had the bleeding heart before. So you can see the price right there. And of course we can't, really get a good look at them or have them any justice done while floating in their bag. So at some point we will be getting to see those in the tank. But the bleeding heart tetras were really good looking. And as we come back and make our way to the bag again, these are African glass catfish. Now, I didn't recognize them. They weren't labeled as that. They were labeled as Dabawi catfish, which I'd never heard of before. But I did a quick look up on the spot, and they can tolerate neutral water that's fairly soft. They can tolerate lower temperatures. About 73 degrees was the low end of their range. My pond here is usually around 71 or 72, so that's close enough. And they only get about 4 or 5 inches. So when I brought them home, I went upstairs real quick before I do anything with them, and I had to double check just to make sure they're not going to get bigger than I thought, and they're not going to be gobbling up any of my inhabitants in here, because believe it or not, there's quite a few more fish in this tank besides the koi and the goldfish. I've got a bunch of guppies, I've got some smaller platies in there, I've got some mollies in there, I've got a whole school of neon barbs. If you see these fish that are a little bit smaller than the goldfish and a little bit faster, and they have more of a sort of tangerine color to them, that's a whole school of neon barbs that I've got in there. They're rosy barbs. So I just wanted to make sure everything was going to do fine. Unfortunately, these are schooling catfish, so I really should have gotten 5 or 6 of them, but I don't think I was going to be able to afford 5 or 6 of them. And it also said, when I did a little bit of research, that they do well even if they're not in a school, provided you put them in a community tank with, peaceful fish like tetras and other active schooling fish. They should do fine. So, not too worried about them in the pond. I just want to make sure they don't need to be quarantined as far as health issues go. So I'm going to have a little bit of a closer look at them before I decide ultimately where they're going to go. And then the ones over there are probably going to go straight into the 40. I'm not going to worry about quarantining those. So there you go, everybody. That's a look at what I got. You're going to have to subscribe or just check back later or whatever you do, and you'll see them in the pond and in the tank eventually. But again, not in this video. I got to tend to them now. So thanks for watching this one. Don't forget I do my live streams every Friday night and Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching this one. See you real soon in the next one.